This is notes on 4.4.1. RDC. Today is November 12th. It's a Monday. This is period 5. All right, so the yellow highlighted area is what we are working with today. So the last time we did factoring together, we did polynomials with 3 terms, and we did the easy problems where a equals 1. So today, we're doing polynomials with 3 terms, but we're going to do the hard problems where a is not equal to 1. So the method for that is just a little bit harder, okay? But that's what we're going to do today. The only thing that you have to write in your notes right now is find under AC where it says hard. The only thing you have to write down is a is not equal to 1. That goes right next to hard on your list. Here's our first problem. Write that down. All right, so this polynomial has 3 terms, and the leading coefficient is, well, the leading coefficient is what a is. What's a for this problem? 2. Okay. Does 2 equal 1? No. That makes this a hard problem. Anytime a is not equal to 1, it makes it a hard problem. You're going to find your magic numbers the same way we did the previous week on the easy AC. Okay, we're going to make the x, and then up top goes AC, and on the bottom goes B. So for this problem, what's the value of A times C? 12. What's the value of B? 7. So we're going to find the magic numbers the same way. So what are the magic numbers? 3 and 4. Good. They multiply to 12 and add to 7. So all of that is the same so far as what we've been doing. Now comes a part that's new. Anytime A is not equal to 1, we have to divide by A. So both of our magic numbers are going to be divided by A. So what's the value of A again in this problem? 2. So we're going to take our 2 magic numbers and we're dividing them both by 2. We're going to leave it in fraction form. Okay? So we need to reduce the fractions that we can. 3 over 2 cannot be reduced. But 4 over 2 have a common factor, 2. I'm going to take a 2 out of top and bottom. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. We're going to leave it in fraction form. In other words, I'm still going to write that 1 on the bottom. I need it to be in fraction form, but any common factors have to be divided out. Okay? And then the next step is to do bottoms up. Write that down and I'll show you what that means. Bottoms up. All right, we are ready to factor this. I'm going to make my parentheses. I'm going to go back to the fractions that I just created, and I'm going to use those numbers from the bottom to the top. So starting with the first fraction, on the bottom I've got a 2. So that tells me that my first term here is 2x. The top is a 3, so that's plus 3. So I started at the bottom, I went to the top, 2x plus 3. The other parentheses uses the other fraction. So this is 1 on the bottom, so that means 1x. And then go to the top is 2, so plus 2. So that's it, that's my problem. That's my factored version. Good. Next problem. All right, so this has three terms, the leading coefficient is not 1. That's why I know I'm doing part AC. All right, so what's A times C? Negative 20. Factors of negative 20, whose sum is negative 1. What are the magic numbers?
Negative 5, 4.
Go ahead. So this is AC up top, and then B is on the bottom. Is that what your question was? Okay. Now, 5 times 4 multiplies to 20. Since 20 is negative, that means the signs are different. We're going to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Now, we have to choose which one gets the negative sign. The B is negative. So whatever sign the B has is the same as the sign of the larger number. So the larger number is 5, so 5 is negative. It's 5, negative 5, positive 4. Now we're going to divide by A. What's A?
4.
4. So we're dividing by 4. Negative 5 over 4 cannot be simplified. 4 over 4 can be simplified. So I'm taking a 4 out of top and bottom. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So that's 1 over 1. Now I'm ready to write my factors. So, first fraction, starting on the bottom. Bottoms up. 4x, and then the top, minus 5. And then the other fraction, starting on the bottom. So I have 1x, and then to the top, plus 1. That's it. Ready?
Yeah.
Write that down. What do we always do first? Nope. Before that. Define the GCF is right. So the first two problems that I did today had no GCF. But if there is a GCF, you must divide that out before you use any other method. And this one has a GCF. And some of you are saying what the GCF is. GCF is 5. We need to divide 5 out of the whole thing before we do hard AC or any method. So 30y to the second divided by 5. 6y to the second, good. 5y divided by 5 is y. Negative 5 divided by 5, negative 1. So for factoring any polynomial GCF first, then you have to analyze what's inside the parentheses and see if you can factor it further. So inside the parentheses, now I have 3 terms. The leading coefficient is not 1. So I'm going to try and do hard AC on what's inside the parentheses. When you're doing this, you're only looking at what's inside the parentheses. So what's A times C? Negative 6. What's B? 1. And again, I'm getting those numbers from inside the parentheses. We're not using the top one. We're using what I got after I GCF'd. What are the magic numbers? 3 and negative 2, right. So since AC is negative, that means I'm subtracting to get 1. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. The larger number has to have the sign of B. B is positive, so 3 is positive. That makes 2 negative. Okay. Then I'm going to divide by A. What's A? 6. So we're going to divide both by 6. And then we're going to simplify both fractions. So 3 over 6, I can take a 3 out of top and bottom. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. The other fraction, negative 2 over 6, I can take a 2 out of top and bottom. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. All right, so now I'm ready to write my factors. You're going to bring down that 5. You're not down. And now we're going to do bottoms up. So starting with 1/2, the bottom is 2. 2y, because we've got a y in this problem. 2y plus 1. And then the other one is 3y minus 1. Alright, I'm going to pause this video, and then I'm going to give you your bookwork.